Coach Prime on if building a program at Colorado has been harder than expected. And you spoke on some of this too, but Coach Prime said, I'm not going to say that. We made some tremendous mistakes at certain positions, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That derailed us a year ago, but we learned quite a bit of not just talent, but understanding the mentality when picking these players. Talk about that.
It's the bounce back, man, like Juvenile call it, or that payback a motherfucker, like either one you want to get to, because like we lost a lot last year, but now this year is going to prove that we learned a lot last year.
That's right.
Because as Coach said ad nauseum, man, we made some selection errors. We put some people in positions and they did not rise to the minimum expectation. You know,
Mm-hmm.
let alone maximizing it. They didn't meet the minimum expectation, and so you developed a team that had a lack of cohesion, a lack of leadership. And this is one of the things that Coach pointed out today, and it was me chiming in from the side to him. When you look at the 50 plus guys that have come in here, 12 to 15 of them were captains on their previous team.
Yeah.
Like that's compared to what we have come from. That forget the people in the building. Like you still got the bands, right?
Yeah.
You brought in leaders.
Yeah.
You brought
That's
in
huge.
guys who not afraid to be vocal, not afraid to
Mm-hmm.
challenge, not afraid to hold themselves as the standard, right? Because that's where we missed that last year. A lot of guys could not vocalize, Chico, I need you to step up, because they know they wasn't stepping up.
Oh yeah.
And so if I'm gonna say to Chico, you need to step up, the first thing Chico gonna say is, what about you, Neely?
Mm-hmm.
And then my head dropped. Well, now you
Right.
brought in guys who, I want you to point back at me because I know I'm doing my job.
Yeah. And then also when you have guys talking that and players recognize this too, and this is the worst. When you have guys talking or trying to be a leader, and then you like, man, you ain't even like
Mm.
you
How
might
you
need to be
how you
quiet.
how you telling me and you was late?
Yeah.
Hey, come on,
You be
y'all. We got to
quiet.
get the we got to get the breakfast check in on the time now.
Let
Man,
somebody else do the
you
breakdown,
were
bro. Stop jumping up there on me on two.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was a master Jedi. He once said, Chico, who is more of the food? The food or the food that follows the food?
Yeah. Mm. I asked I asked the chat that question. Who is the fool? Y'all please answer that in the chat right now. Who is the fool? Is it the fool? Or is it the fool that follows the fool? Y'all let us know.
Some people got sense enough not to follow food. I ain't following no fake leader. Like I'm not following the guy that's telling me what I ain't doing, but he ain't doing it.
You ain't lying.
And now what you have this year is you got a swath of guys that are not only doing it themselves, they ain't afraid to say, all right, Chico, come on now, you slacked on them.
Yeah. I like that. Shout out to Boo Carter. You know, you see a young guy like Preston Ashley, right? A lot of talent coming up, freshman, and he's looking at these players who's already been through college. He spoke about that a couple, what was that, last week or a few weeks ago on our show. He said that, you know, he looks up to a guy like Boo Carter. Now he's on the team with him and playing with him, and then you hear Coach Prime praising him. So that's showing that he's working. So you got great examples for a guy like Preston Ashley with a ton of talent to learn how to work in a
Who,
college program.
who just like in the past with exceptional freshmen that can help us now, will play.
Yes.
Coach Prime doesn't recruit just solely to develop. He recruits who can help us now. And when you come here as a freshman and you're doing your thing, just like you saw freshmen in the past years, you're going to play in some games this year.
Mm,
And Ashley will be one of those guys. He will play this year.
yeah. And like you said, man, those captains once again bringing in guys who are captains who are leaders of their program, I think means a lot and is going to show throughout. He's already showing, I think, throughout the program and around campus also, and how they're handling the interviews as well, Unc. Because you help out with that too, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, big shout out to this week has been appreciate that love, man. Shout out to Curtis as well, who helps out in that
Shout out to Big
regard.
Kurt.
Um, yeah, I was meeting with Yaya this morning, man, about some things that we're going to continue to work on, but also encourage him like you're nailing it, like you're doing good, especially when in the middle of an interview, he will acknowledge the language barrier and ask them to
Yeah,
repeat the question, you know.
I was going to say
Uh,
that, but you know what gets me about that, Unc? Not to cut you off real quick, but to ask you this, like, does it does it kind of baffles me, it kind of amazes me that a person who is learning the language, right, will pick up the Americanized, like, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean. You know, they'll add that into their
because you have to flip
their
it.
speak.
It's easier for you to learn uh family Spanish than it is textbook Spanish.
Facts.
Because just like the Queen's English in your textbook, people don't talk like that at home.
Mhm.
We talk like that on the morning run because we just talk how we talk. We're from Selma and Jackson.
That's
But
right.
so when you're learning a language versus applying is a different thing. And what I try to encourage these guys is just the number one rule. It ain't the school's press conference. It ain't the media's press conference. It's your press conference. You're in
Mhm.
charge. So if you don't want to answer something, don't. If you need clarification, get it because they're here for you. You're not here
Right.
for them. And
Right.
once you walk into a room with the understanding that you are in charge of the room, you control the room. But if you walk in like, oh, what they gonna do to me? They can't do nothing to you. You can do it to them. You in charge.
You in charge, dog.
You saw Hustle and
So
Flow
I did, but you
when
know
he was
what?
getting when he was getting arrested. What he told her? I
I
need
don't
you to
know. Wait.
repeat it. I'm in charge. Say it. I'm in charge. Say it. I'm in charge. You got to be in charge, Chico.
Oh, I'm gonna send you a text that I sent somebody last night. Anyway, that's another
Oh
story.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Here we go.
uh, you
Eh,
gotta be in charge, huh? Gotta
you
let them
got
know
to be
who's
in
the
charge.
boss around here.
You better.
Yeah. You're the boss, baby, not a worker. That's what
What
boss
what did
man
what did
D-Lo
what
said,
did
right?
what did Coach say about this year? I'm the first and final say.
Yeah. That means I'm not bullishing with none of y'all.
No. Mm-mm. No, we did. We tried that way.
We tried that way, dog. Hell, I'm not going back down there. What?
I was in charge. We
We were
got
talking
9
about
wins.
fools, right?
I
Well,
shared responsibility and got 3 wins. Guess what we've been
that's
doing this
right.
year? It's back on me.
No doubt. Yes, with the bless y'all know what it is, man. Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all go to unclechico.myshopify.com and go get you some merch. Get you some merch. You got new ones dropping soon. Make sure you go to theboulderbroker.com also and schedule your stay in Boulder, Colorado for a game right now. Because you're going to a game, you might as well schedule your stay and you might as well get 20% off. And by the way, you could do that by saying Uncle Neely sent me when you go and you check out at the Boulder Broker. And if you're wild and you get crazy, whatever, you might want to get you some insurance, you know, right now or later. Make sure y'all call Miss Denise Smith 303-343-3515 or go to the new website. That's DeniseSmithInsurance.com and tell her that Uncle Chico sent you, as she is the official sponsor for Uncle Chico in the Morning Run live. You understand me? Uncle, you want to leave him with some before we get up out of here?
Hey man, this thing is winding on down. 2 more practices. One of those y'all refer to as the spring game, practice 15 internally. So this is Tuesday. So we'll be back Thursday after practice, and then we'll be back live Saturday before the spring game kicks off with some on-field contact, behind the scenes, interviews, all that kind of stuff. So then maybe you can come back on post game, spring game as well. But definitely going to do some stuff that Saturday morning for the
Yeah.
spring as we conclude spring ball in Colorado this week.
Hey man, y'all make sure y'all do the equivalent of holding your lights up before you get up out of here on your phone so we can take this picture. You know what I mean? So y'all get in the comments right now and spam that thing. Put a W in the chat right now. W the chat right now for TMR Live, Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms and everything else. Y'all know what it is, man. The biggest and the baddest.
Yes.
He's good. That might be whoa, the horror there.
Ooh, in a major way.
Just shockers in the sky with your black fist high. Rebel them flags. That's right. It's the morning run. We're gonna be up and about here. Peace and melody. Yeah.